Alright guys, so the new Tri-Arena game mode dropped today. I kind of wanted to go through it, give you guys some of the best teams we can take in there, and maybe some tips that might help y'all. So let's get started. As you can see, we can bring in 3 teams. If we go to the first one, we're restricted to these tags: Dragon Ball, Frieza Saga, and Super 17 Saga. Let's start with Dragon Ball. I'd say the best setup is easily going to be Path to Power, Junior, and World Tournament Goku. Now there's 2 endurance effects, buff cancellation, just a ton of utility, so this is going to be the best team. Now I know a lot of y'all probably haven't summoned on that World Tournament banner, so what you could do instead is run the Zenkai, Chi-Chi, and Zenkai Bulma. They're pretty good and they'll help Goku really pop off. But if you also did summon on Path to Power quite a bit, you might have these units up, which is the Roshi and Ader. So those are some of the best teams here, and let's back out again. Now let's move on to Frieza Saga. Now this tag is a bit more constrained. You definitely gotta run the Namek Goku. He's gonna be a must with his Plat Equip. Now I'd say the 2 best options you can run beside him are gonna be Ginyu and then Recoome and Guldo. Now the Revival is gonna be handy, and Recoome and Guldo are still a pretty good tank. So this team is gonna be the best up there. Now again, I'm sure many of you haven't summoned for the Ginyu Force, so let's remove those 2, and I'd say the best secondaries are going to be something like this. You can run him there. Probably just this, because that yellow Frieza got his Plat Equip, I believe. Let's see here if I can find it. There it is. Yeah, it's fairly strong. He's not going to be crazy, in terms of offense or defense, but you can just try to nuke down the enemies with these 3 units here. Let's back out again. And now Super 17. This is a very limited pool, but I'd say it's the strongest team you could run out of all these 3 tags. And that's going to be Super 17, the new Cell and Frieza, and then purple Android 17, I guess. Yeah, that's the best way to, because he's not technically Hellfighter, I believe. But anyways, this is going to be the best setup for this team, and I do think it's going to be the best out of these 3 tags for your first team. So let's just confirm that right here and move on to the second party. So we're between Saiyan Saga, Super Baby Saga, and Event Exclusive. Saiyan Saga, of course, got a decent amount of buffs this year. I'd say the best setup is going to be this blue-purple with Piku, Yamcha, and then Nappa with that revive. So this team, just cover all your bases. You have the Endurance Null with Yamcha and the Revival, as well as support from Piku, and it's going to be pretty tanky. Now again, I'm sure a lot of y'all haven't summoned on the Yamcha and Goku banner, so let's take him off there. You could toss on any real option, even this yellow Piccolo would work there. But let's take off Yamcha as well. Now here, I'd say the Kid Gohan is the best option if you don't have any of the other options we talked about. And once you're using both the Revival Gohan and Piku, you could really toss in any other good offensive option. Even Ape Vegeta would work pretty well on that setup. Alright, let's move on to the other tags. Super Baby Saga. Now this, again, very constrained, just like Super 17. Probably your best bet is going to be something like this. So, yeah, these 3. Now the Super Saiyan 3 Goku got his Zenkai relatively recently, but he was pretty bad. But he's definitely the best blue unit you can run here. Super Saiyan 4 Goku does have that Plat Equip again, so that's going to come in handy. He's going to be relatively tanky, and he has some utility, Endurance Null and stuff like that, so I'd say those are the 2 best options you could pair up with Baby. You could also just toss on Bulla if you want. Whatever works. And then the final tag for the second party is going to be Event Exclusive. Now, this is a bit tricky because, of course, Ultra Omega is the best Event Exclusive unit here. But the thing is, he needs GT partners to really pop off. And we don't have great Event Exclusive GT units. The Sin is okay, but he's red as well. So what I'd do is probably just run him, with the Plat Equip. You don't get the full effect, but that's fine. Now this Goten is really strong. I'd recommend running him as a good defensive option. And then finally, I think you could either go with the recent Rage Trunks, very solid option as well, or even this Gohan here, just kind of keep in that offensive option while Ultra Mega provides endurance, and that Goten is going to be a decent tank as well. I'd say, you know, with this team you can be fairly flexible. You could even run, you know, 18, Bulma and Herb, you know, whatever works. Definitely some options that aren't too great, but I think we covered most of the good options here. Alright, for the second team, I'm actually going to go with Saiyan Saga and probably just go with the blue purple right there. So let's keep that going. And on to party 3, the Namekian, Girls, and Rival Universe. Let's start off with Girls. Okay, so Girls team is not going to be the craziest, but we did get a very valuable option with Mai. So you can run Mai. I think the tag 17 and 18 are still fairly strong. And as the final option, you could really run a bunch of, you know, different support options. You could run Videl, for example. Kiawe is also a solid choice. And yeah, I think with that core, that pretty much covers the best options. Now you could also completely change track and run, you know, just the Zenkai, Chi-Chi, and Bulma again, and then toss on someone like 18 in the leader slot. There's several different options, but I think we, again, covered the strongest options you can pick there. Alright, let's back out again. And let's cover Rival Universe. So here, Ultra Hit is definitely going to be the star of the showcase, or star of the team. You could run Kiawe for that extra support, and then I'd say either the LF Jiren or Yellow Jiren. I'd probably lean towards the LF Jiren just because of the endurance, as well as a lot of people are probably going to be running Ultra Hit, so you don't want to run a yellow unit there. Now if you don't have Hit, you could run Casserole, who's a decent pick, and then you know, any other offensive option in that slot. Alright, let's move on to the final tag, which is going to be the Namekians. Now this is a fairly constrained tag. Again, very few premium options. I'd say the Piccolo and Goku we got this year is definitely going to be the best pick. Along with them, you just want to run survivability options, so that Revival Gohan's going to be great, 40% support as well. And I'd honestly run the Revival Piccolo as well. Just allow the tag unit there to pop off. Now, if you don't have the tag unit, I'd recommend keeping Slug as your main damage dealer. He did get his plat equip recently. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. So that's going to be a great option, and then you could probably run, let's see here. So Slug is mainly strike based. It's a tough choice, honestly. You definitely don't want to run him. You can keep on the Revival Piccolo. Maybe just run this guy, honestly. He might be a good pick. Just toss him in there. Worst case scenario, DKP or even this guy. Either one works. But yeah, I'm going to be sticking with the Goku and Piccolo option there. And yeah, pretty much just going to run it like that. So these are going to be the 3 teams I'm going to be taking into this mode. But hope this helped y'all choose between some of the best options you can run in there. And let's see how this plays out. Okay, first match up against Rival Universe. Okay, I'll take it. This is another reason why Purple Jiren's going to be better. Might be up against a Super 17. Okay, he hit it well. Sure. It's going to sell. Okay, that works. Let's get the Awakened. Okay, we were 1 count shy. That sucks. This team does destroy a ton of Dragon Balls, so it's another positive. Let's go for tap here. See if he does anything. Oof. Yeah, your whole team's gonna get nuked here. Okay. That should pretty much wrap this one up. Oh, he got the vanish removal. Yeah, that's Kiawe. Definitely a solid option there. But yeah, I think this new game mode is going to be extremely healthy for at least this side of PvP. Use some fun old teams. Or older teams, I should say. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, Namek Saga. Not the greatest team there, but let's try to get through this. Oof, alright. Yeah, there's gonna be some newer players playing this, so makes sense. Let's get Vanish back. Alright. Not much of a showcase for this team, but I'll take it. Alright guys, final match up against Super Baby Saga without Super Baby 2. Yeah, I think they definitely got to work on matchmaking so that it's more fair. But it's a good game mode. Solid addition to the game. Okay, sure. Let's let Yamcha do his thing. Yeah, this is why they brought back all those banners. The Saiyan Saga and World Tournament ones. Trying to make people summon for these units, but definitely don't do that. Okay, nice wave. Toss this in. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick guide, and I'll see you next time. Peace.